Virginia wrapped up their first season under head coach Ryan Odom with a tough 74-70 loss to Duke in the ACC championship. But from that, there's a lot to look forward to as the Cavaliers go into their first March Madness run in 2 years. Let's see what happens. UVA ended the regular season with a 27-4 record, which was a massive improvement from last season where they had a losing record and didn't even make the NCAA tournament. So this season, it's been a little bit of a different team than past great UVA teams under Tony Bennett. The Hoos this year are more known for their offense rather than defense. Not that their defense hasn't been good. They've been a solid defense all season, but it's really the offense that has taken over the show. They're averaging over 80 points a game. Every night when you turn on a UVA game, it's a different person who's taken over the load offensively. This team has great depth. So there's a lot to build on right now, looking into March Madness. First-year coach Ryan Odom has done a great job with this team, and I think UVA fans and the whole basketball community as a whole is going to have a lot to look forward to as we go into March. I think the ACC tournament is what a lot of Cavaliers fans, including myself, would consider moderately successful. It started off with a tough win against NC State. Beating any team 3 times in a season is a pretty tall task, especially for a solid ACC rival like NC State. From there, the Hoos went and they blew the doors off of Miami. It was a great win, one of the most fun wins I think they've had the entire season. And from there, obviously, tough loss to Duke. So heading into March, I think there's a lot to build from. Expectations this season are that they can get a win, maybe even a few wins and make a run. But if there's one thing that I think I'm looking forward to seeing during March Madness is it's going to be who is going to step up and take that next leap to lead the team. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm looking at 2 guys specifically. I'm looking at Ugonna Onyenso and Johan Grunlow. Both of them have been amazing for the Hoos all season, both averaging over 2 blocks per game. One of the best defensive tandems I think you'll find anywhere in college basketball. And specifically, Onyenso has been on one of the most ridiculous heaters I've ever seen from a big man. He set the ACC tournament record for blocks in a tournament, mind you, only playing 3 games. But in that time, he had 21 blocks, which is frankly a ridiculous amount. Even for him, that's over double what he averaged during the regular season. So that dude's been on an absolute heater. On the offensive side of the ball, there's a lot of players you can look at. First and foremost is Tice DeRitter. He's averaging 16 points a game this season, which leads the entire UVA basketball team. But he's coming off a pretty weak performance in the Duke game where he only scored 5 points. I think Tice is the type of player that UVA can look towards in this tournament. If they want to make a run, I think Tice is going to need to be that guy that can really take over games. He's shown the potential to do it at many times throughout the season, using his physicality to basically destroy people in the paint. But he just needs to get there a little more consistently if UVA is going to have sustained offensive success in this tournament. Also, you can't talk about the UVA offense without talking about Malik Thomas and Sam Lewis. Both guys are averaging over 10 points a game, and both have had really great runs in the ACC tournament, which is really what you want to see going forward, as players that go into March hot tend to stay hot. So if those guys can be consistently knocking down shots, it definitely sets this offense up for success. Also, another guy, Chance Mallory. One of the most fun players to watch, I think, in all of college basketball. He's always a spark plug whenever he comes off the bench, always energizes this team, and at times he's shown the potential to run the offense by himself. Last but not least, you got Jakari White. You can't talk about UVA basketball this season without talking about Jakari White. Again, another super fun player to watch. At times it seems like this dude cannot miss from 3. And having a hot shooter like that in the tournament can go a long ways. So how far do I see the Hoos making it in the tournament this year? If I had to make a prediction right now, I'd have the Hoos going to the Elite 8. When I look at UVA's schedule this season, they don't really have that one key win against a top team in the country. And eventually in the tournament, you're going to run into one of those teams. I think they've definitely had some encouraging signs this season, but it remains to be seen whether they can truly get the job done. At the end of the day, there's no better time to get that win than in the March Madness tournament. So will they get that done? It remains to be seen. I'm Will Segerman, WUVA.